Hey guys, this is Developer Dude, and today in this video we are going to create an Italian restaurant website using HTML and CSS. If you are a beginner, then this video is for you, and if you are an advanced, then this video is for you. So without any further ado, let's start this video. So in the previous video we made this section 1 and section 2. Now it's time to create section 3, which is this one. So this is our section 3 of menu page. Let me first explain you the HTML structure for this. So first we will create a section 3 div with the h3 heading for this. And after that we will create another div which is cheap menu div, which contains these two divs, and these two divs are cheap menu box divs, okay, and these item are cheap item div, okay. This item will be in cheap div, cheap item div, okay. So let's create the HTML structure for this. So first create a amsec3 class, div, and in this div first write h1 and here write 6 tasty lunches for $9, okay. Save it. So this is our section 3, which has h1 like this. So this is the h1 of the amsec3, okay. Now let's create another div for these two divs, okay. After the h1 create a div with class cheap menu, and in this div create two divs cheap menu box, okay. So now we have two divs. So these are these two divs, cheap menu box and cheap menu box second div, okay. So this is the first one and this is the second one, and this first one has this item. For this, in the cheap menu box create a div called cheap item, and here in this create a div for the image, and here give the image link, and after this div create another div which has h3. Let's copy and paste, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and after this create a p tag. In this write this, copy and paste, save it. Ctrl C. Now copy this cheap item div for the cheap menu box, another div, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, save it, and here you can see so we have here a heading, items and divs that we cannot see because we didn't add the background image. So first let me show you, let me explain you the structure of our HTML file. So here first we created the amsec3 div, okay, which is one which has the whole items, these whole items. Let's open it, and this has a heading, okay. So this is the heading, and also this has a just cheap menu div, which is this one div which contains these two divs, okay. So this is the div, cheap menu div, and we have cheap menu boxes. So here it is, cheap menu box 2, okay. And in this cheap menu box we have a cheap item. Okay, so this is our cheap item div. This one is the cheap item div, which has two divs. First one div is for the image, this one, and the second one div is for this h3 and paragraph. Okay, so let's go to our CSS file and style it. So here .msec3, we are targeting the section 3. Right here, display flex, direction column, align item center, and padding top to bottom 0 and 8% from the left and right, padding bottom 3%. Save it. Now let's target h1 .msec3 h1 font family, set it to heading, font size 5 pixel, font weight 500, and margin bottom 50 pixel. Save it. Let's see. So here you can see this is like this one. Now let's target the cheap menu div, which contains two divs. So .msec3 and targeting the cheap menu div. Here first display flex, so that other two divs that we have cheap menu box, so they can come horizontally, space between them, and align items center, width set it to 100%. So here you can see first div and second div. Now let's target the cheap menu box div. Give the width 40 VW, both of them, and minimum width set it to 300 pixel. So the minimum width of these div will be 300 pixel. So this background, add a black layer, RGBA 000 0.7 and comma RGBA 000 0.7. Now give it a URL for the image. Pasta msec3.jpg. Save it. So here you can see there is no image showing here. So to see the image, we have to change the size of the image. So let's background position, center, and background size. Set the background size to cover. Let's see. So now you can see the image. Cause the image, the corner of the image was white, that is why we were unable to see. You can see this is the image. because we were seeing this area of the image on the div, that is why the image was not showing there. So we set it to position center. So now this noodle showing there. Okay, close this. Let's make the corners round for that div. 25 pixel. Give it padding of 2% from top to bottom and 4% from the left and right. Color set it to white for the text. Let's see the divs. So here we have two divs. Okay, now we just have to target this item div. Dot msec3 dot cheap item. So now we are targeting that div. Set it to display flex. Align item center. Border bottom. So we are creating this one line, this one border bottom, 1 pixel solid, and color gray. So 134, 134 and 134. Save it. Also give the padding to them. So padding 15 pixel from top to bottom and left to right 20 pixel. Save it. So here you can see. Now we just have to style the font. msec3 dot cheap item image. We are targeting the image. Width of the image set 90 pixel and also height of the image set 90 pixel. Margin right 30 pixel. Save it. Now let's target the content. msec3 dot cheap item h3 we are targeting. Set the font family to title and font weight 700. Font size 20 pixel. And margin bottom 10 pixel. Save it. Let's see. So this is our h3. Now target paragraph. Dot msec3 dot cheap item and paragraph. For the paragraph, just change the font size 15 pixel and color set it to gray. So RGB 206 206 and 206. Save it. So here you can see we created this. So we now just have to do copy and paste this item div. Go to your HTML file. Open this cheap menu box. Copy this cheap item. Control C. How many cheap items are there? Let me see. 3 cheap items are in the cheap menu box. So Control V. Wrap it and again Control V, wrap it. Now open the second cheap menu box, here, first wrap it, again paste it, wrap it, paste it, and wrap it. Save it. Let's see. So here you can see we have a cheap menu box with 3 items. Let me change the size of font. Go to your CSS file. Let's see. 24 pixel. (22 pixel). Now this is okay, and let's change the paragraph to 13 pixel. Now this is looking good. Let's set paragraph to 14. Now this is okay. So we are done with our section 3. Wait, we have a border here. You can see this one border, but here we don't have any border. This is looking so not good here, so we have to remove this border. So go to your CSS file and write here, m-sec3 targeting cheap item, and here last child means cheap item last child. So this is here we have cheap item 1, second child, and this is the third child, which is the last child. So here we have 1, 2, 3. So this is the last child. So remove border, right here border none, save it. So now here is no border here. Let's change the image size also, make it 80. Save it. Now this is good. So here we are done with our section 3. We created section 1, section 2 and section 3. So we are done here with menu page. So now in the next video we will make it responsive for tablet and smartphone screen size.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any update.